Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope it's as nice a day where you are as it is today for me. It's been a lovely sunny afternoon after a bit of a damp start, but I can't say it's an early spring day, but it's not, but it feels like it. But concentrating on this live watch along today, the game between Leeds and Arsenal at Elland Road. Massive game for both teams. Obviously, Leeds need the points, being down at the wrong end of the division, and Arsenal need the points to keep themselves in front after a bit of a poor run. I mean, they lost against Manchester United in what was a good game and a good performance by Manchester United. And Arsenal want to turn that around. They don't want to throw this lead away that they've had at the top of the league. The other teams, Man City and Aston Villa, are breathing down the necks now. So there's a lot to play for you. But let's make no bones about it. This is a difficult game for Leeds. It's a free shot for Leeds, really. They're not expected to win it. And so they can just go for it. And the problem is, as well, is that Leeds have got a couple of injuries. And if we take a look at the teams, we will see that Daniel Farker has gone for the 3-4-2-1 instead of the 3-5-2 that he usually does. And that's because of injuries. So we've got no Bo now in the team. I'll just have a look in the substitutions to see if he's injured. I haven't heard, but Bo now is in the team, so it must be a tactical substitution. That so 3-4-2-1 for Daniel Farker. Darlow continues in goal. The back three will be Rodon, Strauch, and Goodmanson. That's a bit of a surprise. I thought that maybe James Justin would have gone there and Goodmanson would have gone into the left wing back, but according to the BBC website, that is not the case. The four in midfield are Bogle, Ampadu, Gruev, and James Justin. Stack and Harrison will play further forward, hopefully, to give some support to Calvert-Lewin. The problem was at the Everton game, he was very isolated, and that's because Metcher, in the substitutes on Monday, he'd reported an injury, and that's why we were all crying for him to come on in support of Calvert-Lewin, and he didn't, and it's because he'd reported an injury and couldn't play anyway. And again, I'll just have a look, but as far as I remember in the press conference with Daniel Farker, he said that he's a couple of weeks away from playing again. No Daniel James in the side yet, but he's in training, so hopefully a couple of weeks and he'll be back in. It's a strong bench for Leeds. We've got Longstaff and Nonto. Buenanotte is there as well as Bornau, Pirot and Tanaka. So it's not a bad bench, but it's not as strong as the Arsenal squad. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has gone for a 4-3-3 with Raya in goal. Very strong back four. Right back it's Timber, Saliba and Gabriel will be the two centre-backs, and Hincapié will play at left back. Havertz back in the team after his long-term injury. Zubimendi, after a bit of an iffy game, continues in the centre midfield, and Declan Rice will be on the left-hand side. Saka, Gyökeres and Trossard are the front three. So that's the two sides. We're 10-12 minutes away from kick-off yet. If you've got any thoughts about those two sides, the live chat is now open. Get your thoughts in. Let me know what you think. If you've got nothing to say about the two sides, then just give us a score prediction. Let us know what you think. Hopefully we won't get a repeat of the game early on in the season at the Emirates where Arsenal just ran all over Leeds and it was a 5-0 hammering. A bit of a lesson was that for Leeds, but they've come a long way since then, and hopefully it'll be a more competitive game, and the longer Leeds can stay in the game and the longer they can frustrate Arsenal, the more chance there is of maybe pinching it. And maybe it's my heart rule in my head, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Leeds. But let me know what you think. I could be completely off my rocker with this one, but let me know what you think. Be interesting to see your comments. And of course, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do become a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything, it just helps the channel grow. We're pushing towards 250 subscribers. Now, we are growing slowly, a little bit surely. We've got big plans for the channel, but we can't do it without your help. So if you will support us by becoming a subscriber and hitting the like button, which helps to promote the channel with the dreaded YouTube algorithm, then we can push on and on and on. And we've got some big ideas for the channel, but as the channel gets bigger, we'll let you know about those in due course. But today we're going to concentrate on this game. Just looking at the game in midweek here, Arsenal, where I didn't know what the score was actually. They're 2-1 up at the moment, missing some good chances, and that's Gyökeres that's not putting the ball in the back of the net. He's in the team today, though. The thing that Leeds don't want to do is encourage Arsenal, but they're conceding early on. Keep it tight. Keep an eye on Saka and Declan Rice, who'll pull the strings on either side for Arsenal. Keep it tight. And as they always say, take your chances when they come. Hull East Yorkshire says, hello Ian. Hello Hull East Yorkshire. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the channel. I hope you're going to stay with us for the full game. It should be a cracking game, this one. Don't think I've seen you before, Hull and East Yorkshire ever. Hoping Leeds can take some points, so I'm going for a draw. Yeah, I mean, I've got to agree with that. At the beginning of this game, before it even kicks off, if they give us a draw, I'd take that. I've predicted a 1-0 win for Leeds. That's maybe my heart rule in my head. But, yeah, I'll take a draw and move on from this. We've got a bigger game next week against Forest. But anything we can get out of this game is going to be vital for our survival. Only about 8 minutes away from kick-off, just waiting for the coverage to come on. There's nothing on the channel yet. It's just advertisements, as they usually do. They drown you out with advertisements before the game gets underway. There are several other games kicking off at 3 o'clock, and we will keep an eye on them, but I'll just let you know which they are now. I'll just go back to the game. So Brighton against Everton's a 3 o'clock kickoff, and Wolves and Bournemouth. There's not a great deal riding on those other two games. I mean, we're always looking over our shoulders and thinking if they get beat, we can keep our lead over them. But, I mean, let's face it, Wolves are already down, so there's not a great deal riding on that. Brighton and Everton, they're both safe in mid-table, so... Yeah, Leeds draw a lot of games, so you never know. They have, haven't they? They've drawn games that possibly they should have taken more out of, and that's probably why we're still down at the bottom there. But I think I was watching a program on YouTube, or a Leeds program on YouTube, and they reckon we might finish 14th or 15th because we've got some winnable games coming off at home now. If we could take maximum points off them, they were saying, what are we on now? 25, 26 are we? If we get another 15 points, we're probably safe. So that would leave us on 40 points and take us up to about 14th or 15th, which would be a great start in our first year. This is just a year of establishing ourselves in the Premier League, and then after we establish ourselves, then we go from there and see how far we can push on. Just as I was saying there, Chelsea and West Ham kick off at 5:30. Now that's a vital game. We need Chelsea to win that one. Liverpool and Newcastle again, not a great deal riding on that for us. But we will keep an eye on those, and we'll keep an eye on the Championship games as well, if anyone's interested in Championship games. But we'll look at those at half-time. Just for the moment, we're concentrating on the game at Elland Road. Just a nice cup of tea before we get started. Yeah, it's a big game. The problem with Leeds is I don't want Calvert-Lewin to get isolated. That's the one big problem I'm worried about. Just got to find the right channel now. And there we are. Channel is on. The teams are in the tunnel, so we're not far off kickoff. A few handshakes going on in the tunnel. I mean, the players will all know each other, a lot of them. Just before we do kick off, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do become a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything. Just helps the channel grow a bit. If you hit the like button as well, if you like watching along with us, hit that notification bell because we do regular watch alongs every weekend while the football season's on. Teams are on the way out now, so we're not far off a kick-off. Leeds all in white. Looks like Arsenal being their change kit of like it's a navy or a dark blue shorts, and I reckon it'll be. Will it be yellow tops? I'm not sure. They've got the training tops on at the moment. I'll let you know once they take them off. But they're just walking out onto the pitch, line up, do the usual formalities. Madueke's out there. Didn't say Madueke in the team that I got from the BBC website, so I wonder who he's playing for. Ethan Ampadu just leading the mascots across, shaking hands with the officials, and then across to the Arsenal team. I wonder who Madueke is playing for then. I'm going to get the teams on the graphics on the teams now, so yeah, the Leeds team is the same, but obviously the BBC website's not reliable enough to give me a proper lineup. I'll have a look as the Arsenal team's brought up and just see who Madueke is playing for. Plays on the same side as Saka usually, so is Saka out there? We'll see. Still going through the Leeds side. Saka was injured in the warm-up. That explains it. So, yeah, that's why Madueke's on there. I didn't know. Thanks for letting me know that. Still a good player, Madueke, but he's not a Saka, is he? So that maybe just weakens them a little bit. He can be quite hit and miss, can Madueke. He can be brilliant 1 minute and then rubbish the next. Still just going through the Arsenal team now. Look at a strong bench that they've got. Gabriel Jesus, Eberici Eze on that bench. Those two players would walk into any other team in the Premier League besides maybe Man City. Teams are in the usual huddle. Last few words. Looks like it's Declan Rice dealing them out, even though just focusing on Madueke there. Arsenal in their dark blue tops with there's a light trimming to it, but it's mainly dark blue. Leeds are all in white. Two managers having a quick word with each other. Seems friendly enough. Will it be friendly when it gets going? Looks like Arsenal are going to kick off this first half, kicking from right to left. And away we go. Goes all the way back to Raya, and then he drives it long and high down the right-hand side. There's a bit of a sun over that side, so it might be difficult for a few headers. Aronson's coming away down that side. Timber biting at him. Aronson goes down, but there's no foul given. And it's driven all the way down to the far end of the Leeds half and into the arms of Carl Darlow. He puts it on the floor and then drives it long down the left, looking for Calvert-Lewin. Bounced over his head. And Aronson's away, but his first touch was just a bit too heavy. But he'd gone past, was it Timber on that side? Anyway, the ball ran all the way through to Raya, and the chance was gone, half chance anyway. That's Gruev who lays the ball back to Rodon. Rodon gets it back to Gruev. Gruev just tries to lay the ball across to Goodmanson, but it's only a yard or two in front of him, but he couldn't reach it, and it's gone out for a throw. Taken quickly, Madueke now on the right-hand side of the box. He lays it in. It looked like they're trying to shepherd the ball out there. And looked like he'd managed it as well, but the referee's having none of it. Havertz was putting his Rodon on under pressure. Anyway, the result is a corner. Looks like Madueke is going to take this one as well. We know how dangerous Arsenal are from set pieces. They've got the four right at the back post, as you usually do. Madueke is going to take a left-footed in-swinger. I want to be careful of this one so early on. Defending these is going to be vital for Leeds' game today. In it comes near post. It's headed away by Bogle. Edge of the box. Declan Rice wins the header, brings it down, being forced out wide. There's the ball back. Stack was with him. Trossard goes even further back. Hincapié now spreads it into the middle. Saliba goes up wide. Madueke can't take it in. Goodmanson gets the ball down the line. He's looking for Aronson, but he can't bring it in, and Arsenal come back with the ball again. Timber puts a cross in early, but it's a poor one. It's poorly directed, and it's a simple catch for Darlow. He rolls it out straight away, out to this right-hand side. Bogle plays the ball back into the middle to Joe Rodon. He gives it to Strauch on the left-hand side. He's under a bit of pressure, but gets it away. But Goodmanson over on that far side. Can't see very well because of the sun on that side of the pitch. But Strauch's coming back across to the right-hand side. Then Rodon lays it back into the feet of Darlow, and Darlow drives it long, high into the air, looking for Calvert-Lewin. He's battling with Saliba. Saliba hooks it back in. Headed back in by Goodmanson. Aronson battling for it. Ampadu gets out to Goodmanson. He tries to hook it back inside. Stack is in there, battling for it. Tries to get Aronson away down the left-hand side, but it just bounces out for a throw. Timber going to take this eventually. Slowly walking 4 or 5 yards forward. That's a foul throw, but they obviously don't give them nowadays, do they? Zubimendi lays it across to left-hand side. Hincapié, Trossard on this left-hand side, the near side now, comes back in on his right foot. Hincapié is outside him if he wants it, but he plays it square into the middle of Declan Rice. He gives it to Zubimendi. Zubimendi gives it to Trossard, going across the front of the box. Lays it out to Saliba. Saliba gets it to Madueke. There was an outside run by Timber, but he couldn't get to him. Aronson's working hard, but he's gone round Aronson as Zubimendi lays it inside. Gruev gets the tackle in. Trossard, though, on the far side, moved all the way across to that far side, can't keep the ball in. Throw to Leeds. Leeds having to work hard early on to stop the Arsenal attacks. Throw comes in now. It's over the top of Calvert-Lewin. And Gabriel's going to keep going back. And then eventually lays it into the path of Raya. Leeds pressing high. Gabriel now plays it inside. Declan Rice back to Gabriel. Gabriel chips it down the line. Goodmanson heads the ball away. High into the air. Stack's going to make that. Heads it down for Aronson on this left-hand side. Now can he take Gabriel on? He's moving towards the edge, but he's inside the box. Now onto his right foot. Lays it back to Gruev. Gruev puts a cross in. It's a poor one. It's cleared away by Zubimendi. Picked up again by Strauch. Just inside the Arsenal half. Across to Rodon on the near side now. He's looking for a ball outside and he gives it to Bogle. Justin goes down the line. Tries to feed him in there, hits the feet of Hincapié, and it goes out for a corner to Leeds. Stack's going to take this right-footed away swinger now. In it comes now. Headed away to the edge of the box. Hooked back in again by Goodmanson. Stack can't make that, although he's trying to hold Gyökeres. Hooked away. It's well done by Trossard. He's brought down by Aronson. It was looked a soft one, that, but the referee's given the free kick. Taken quickly and given to Declan Rice. He goes across to the right-hand side. Saliba plays it to the halfway line. Timber has to come back inside. Rice was available. Gabriel to Hincapié on this near side. He gives it to Trossard, who's back on his left-hand side again now. Bogle forces him back, though. Goes back to Hincapié. Back inside to Zubimendi. He's laid it down the line, looking for the run of Trossard. Can he keep it in before it runs out? Bogle is very tight on him. They're both holding each other. It's a bit of a battle, is that? Then Stack gets in before Trossard can get it under control and just pokes it out for a throw. This would be in prime territory for the long throw merchant, but I don't know whether Arsenal have got one. Hincapié is going to take it. He's obviously not, because he's umming and ahhing about what to do with it. The crowd are getting on his back, and then they try and lay it back to him from Gyökeres. And it's a poor one. It's gone straight out, and Leeds get the throw. Justin's going to take this one. Down the line, high in the air. Calvert-Lewin's going to be up, but Gabriel beats him to it, but his header is out for a goal kick. Leeds are going to take it short, and Gyökeres is going to put Darlow under pressure. He lays it out to Ampadu. Ampadu gets it to... He gets it to Rodon, who plays it down the line. It's headed out, and it's a throw to Leeds. Justin's going to take this. He goes down the line. Flicked on by Calvert-Lewin. Must have come off the head of Hincapié there, because Leeds get the throw. It's deep inside the Arsenal half on this near side now. Yeah, got to agree with you there. Hull and East Yorkshire. Ellen Road has always got a good atmosphere. It's been known for it over the years, and It can be intimidating for some teams. Let's hope it is for Arsenal today. Stack has the ball. Rice tidies it up and it goes all the way back to Raya. Coming forward now, Stack gets his foot in and wins the ball back on this left-hand side. Can he keep it in before it goes out for a throw? He can do. He's got Madueke with him, but he steps inside Madueke, comes inside, then gets it out to Goodmanson, who's overlapping. He gets a cross in, but it's over the top of everybody, and it's going to go to the back where Bogle retrieves it. Then he feeds it back to Rodon, who gets in there with a good tackle. It's Ampadu now outside the box, left foot shot, and it's just over the bar. It's a good effort. It's only a yard over the bar. Rio would have had a difficult save to make if that had been a yard or so further down. Struck it well. Some good pace in that shot. Goal kick goes on. Strout wins the header. Gruev can't win the second ball. Strout gets a push in the back from Gyökeres there, and the free kick is given to Leeds. That's not clever from Gyökeres. It's pretty poor. It was such an obvious free kick there that it was just poor decision for his team. Rodon has the ball now. All the way back to Darlow. Darlow gives it to Strauch. It's coming down the right-hand side with Rodon again. Now he plays the ball inside. It's Ampadu. Ampadu gives it to Gruev. He's looking for a ball and through to the middle. He gets it into Stack. Stack feeds it out to the right to James Justin. He looks to feed the ball on the inside right channel for Calvert-Lewin, but he can't manage it. The ball's hiked over the top for the run of Gyökeres, but he can't make that. Nor was it Havertz there? I forgot that Havertz was on the pitch. He hadn't touched the ball yet. Ball taken short from that goal kick, and then Darlow drives it long. Calvert-Lewin is beaten to it again, and it's helped further on by Trossard. And Rodon wins the header, still high in the air, flicked on down the right-hand side. Timber now. Can he go past Goodmanson? No, he can't. He's been forced back by Goodmanson and Aronson. It goes back to Timber, though. Then he lays it back to Saliba. Then it goes back to Timber, back inside to Madueke. Back to Declan Rice, and he's going back towards the halfway line. Gabriel gives it back to Rice. Just inside the Leeds half. Going further back, though. Gets the ball across to Nkapie on this near side. Rice gets it back again in the centre circle. Saliba gets it to Timber. Madueke over on the far side. Aronson with him, but he's left Aronson again. He lays the ball into the box, but it's picked off by Ampadu. Then Aronson gets the ball on the left-hand side. Tries to go inside Zubimendi. Zubimendi gets a foot in, and it's a throw to Leeds. Throw to be taken by Goodmanson eventually. Just slowing the game down. Goes long down the line, high in the air. Calvert-Lewin doesn't win it. The loose ball is played all the way back 30 yards to Raya. Then he puts his foot through the ball, high into the air. Madueke can't win that. And Goodmanson does well there to duck underneath the ball and let the ball go out. Throw to Leeds. Ball down the line then for Goodmanson. Calvert-Lewin is not being allowed any space at all. The arms are around him whenever he gets the ball. The ball goes to Rodon and he gives it back to Darlow. Darlow plays a low ball inside now. Bogle can't bring that under control, and it's now with Trossard on his left-hand side. He plays a little ball inside to Gyökeres, inside the penalty area, laid off to Havertz. Then it comes out to Zubimendi. He's shot is straight at Darlow. It's a scuffed one that just rolls straight through to him on this near side. Ampadu just drying the ball now. In it comes now. It's a long throw. Flicked away. I'll have to excuse me, D. The picture's not very good. It keeps freezing, but I keep flicking it on and off, and hopefully it won't spoil the enjoyment too much. Ampadu has the ball now. James Justin back to Ampadu, just on the halfway line now. It's with Strauch. He gets it across to Gruev, and he plays it across to Rodon, who's now on the left-hand side, and Strauch on the right. Gruev in the centre circle, coming just outside the halfway line. Ampadu on the right, plays it back into Gruev. There's not much space for anybody at the moment, including the Leeds players and the Arsenal players. Justin back to Ampadu. He's having to go long eventually. Raya is coming out for that one. Just bounces into his area, and he picks the ball up. Ball comes out to Gabriel. He spreads it back across to the right. It's Saliba. Calvert-Lewin pressuring him. Strauch's in. Wins the ball. Comes out to Aronson now, down the left-hand side. He's got Zubimendi in front of him. Support from Aronson. The ball goes back to Gruev. Gruev plays the ball inside to Ampadu. Ampadu gets it to Aronson. The edge of the box, but is beaten to it by Timber. Strauch in on Gyökeres. Free kick given by the looks of things. Didn't seem to be much in that. It was just a tough challenge. You see plenty of them in the game. Gyökeres goes down, and he's saying 2-3 times. That's pathetic by Gyökeres. Get up and get on with it. Free kick's just a few yards inside the Arsenal half over on the right-hand side. Zubimendi takes it, plays it long. Looking for Gyökeres. Rodon says Gyökeres is holding him. Madueke has it now just inside the box, and he's offside. Just see that again. Oh, that's close, that. James Justin's foot could have been playing him onside. That was very tight, but it went and Leeds his way, and that's all that we were in about at the moment. Darlow takes this long, high. Calvert-Lewin can't win it again. He's been held all the time. He can't even get off the floor. Strauch nods the ball forward. Ampadu brings it down, flicks it down the line. Aronson helps it on. Ampadu has it again. Gives it to James Justin. He plays it to the left-hand side to Strauch. Strauch chips one forward, looking for the run of Calvert-Lewin, but he can't win that. It's headed forward. Ampadu gets a foot in, but Zubimendi chips it all the way back. And then on the edge of his box, Gabriel just nods it backwards nonchalantly to his keeper. It's a good job his keeper wasn't close to him and he'd have headed it over him. Saliba now. Zubimendi, just short of the halfway line, gives it to Declan Rice, who's 5 yards behind him. He goes long and left. Headed down by Trossard, but don't think they can keep it in, can they? They can do. It was Nkapie, but the loose ball went to Bogle. Trossard just gets his toe in before Bogle gets it, and the throw should be Leeds. Should be a Leeds throw, that. It is a Leeds throw. I thought Trossard was trying to take it then. going to be Justin who takes this throw. It's going to go towards Calvert-Lewin. It's high in the air. He can't win that though. It didn't reach him, and it's headed out on the halfway line for a throw to Leeds, which go further forward. The ball went out at halfway line. Get further forward. You're doing yourself out of a few yards. There he goes to the halfway line. Throws it back in again there. It's nowhere near Calvert-Lewin. He's two people around him. Arsenal know that the problems he's going to cause. Havertz commits the foul on Rodon, and it's a free kick to Leeds. It's taken quickly. Gruev gives it back to Rodon. Back to James Justin. Back to Rodon. Rodon goes all the way back to Darlow. It's 21 minutes gone. So far, so good for Leeds. Ball's headed into middle. It's a poor header by Gabriel. And then eventually the referees pulled that back. He let the player go on quite a long way before he gave the free kick. But it's taken. It's a short one played into the middle. Havertz goes out to Trossard on the left-hand side edge of the area. As the cross goes in, it's cleared by Rodon. Danger there for Leeds, but it's cleared. Taken quickly. And Capier gives it to Zubimendi. He sprays it out to the right-hand side. It's Saliba now. He gives it to Madueke. He's got a chance to take on Aronson again. He gets his cross in. It's well headed away by James Justin there at the back post, taking no problems, taking no chances there. Madueke just managed to get that half a yard on Aronson. It's a couple of times he's done that already and managed to get his cross in. Once again, danger from Leeds from these set-piece corners. From the left-hand side this time, it's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from Declan Rice. And it comes now, in-swinger, headed away by... That was... can't see who headed that one away, but Stacks chased the ball down now. It's been lifted back in on the left-hand side, flicked high in the air by Rodon. Declan Rice wins the next header. Next one was headed twice by Gruev before he got it away, but Arsenal are going to pick that loose ball up and spray out to the right-hand side for Gabriel now. On the edge of the box, he lays it in for Havertz. His cross is cut out by Strauch and then hooked away by Goodmanson before it goes out for a corner. It is a throw. As we expected, Arsenal dominating the possession. There's no doubt about that. No long throw specialist, so this throw is taken in short again. And Strauch heads the ball out before it can get to Havertz, and it's a corner. It's on the right-hand side for Arsenal this time, so Madueke will put a left-footed in-swing ring, I would imagine. Need Darlow to dominate his box, because they like to put it right in the 6-yard box, right underneath the goalkeeper. Darlow's got to be strong and dominate that box here now. Maybe Madueke's deliveries are not quite as good from corners as Saka's are. Hand in the air. And it comes now. That is right under the box. It's Darlow punches it, but it's high into the air. There's a pull there. Trossard gets the ball down. And Capier, his touch is heavy, and Bogle clears it. But it's not far. It's out for a throw. 2 balls on the pitch. And Capier is going to take this throw. He's got Trossard near the corner flag. Declan Rice comes for it and gives it back to Nkapia. Then Declan Rice gets it back again, plays the ball inside, but Bogle intercepts and it goes out for another throw. Rice is going to take this one this time. I don't know whether Rice has got A long throw, but he's cleaning the ball as if he has. Declan Rice takes his run up and lobs it in. Headed away by Stack. Recycled by Rice. Gives it to Saliba. Saliba's going to spray it out to the right. It's going to be Timber. Lays the ball into Madueke. On his left foot, he lays the ball for Timber, who's overlapping. The ball's cleared it. It's high into the air by Ampadu. Darlow catches the ball, but it's over the goal line, and it's another corner to Arsenal. Arsenal putting the pressure on now. Leeds are defending well, but when the ball's cleared, Arsenal are picking the ball up and coming back at Leeds again. There's no out ball for Leeds. Everybody's back defending. Another Madueke in, swing it. Hand in the air. In it comes, near post again. It's posted. Darlow got something on it. Comes out to Rice on the edge of the box. Madueke, who's retreated back, is going to take Goodmanson on, comes inside on his left foot, chips the ball in again, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Zubimendi who's headed. It's a great cross by Madueke, and Zubimendi got across everybody at the front post and flicked it past Darlow. And no surprise that Arsenal have scored from Leeds have conceded from a set piece. But you wouldn't have expected Zubimendi to get free. And who was marking him? Darlow gets a punch out, and it's not cleared very well by Ampadu. Rice spreads it out to the right-hand side. Goodmanson goes to Madueke. Madueke comes inside, creates him a bit of space, puts a flick in, and there's nobody with Zubimendi at all. He's got away from his marker. And I think that's Gruev who's let him go. It's actually Gruev. Gruev stood on his own and let Zubimendi run from behind him. Poor defending, really. You know, I say it all the time, but there shouldn't be people running free in the penalty box into your penalty box and getting free headers on the 6-yard line. And Leeds have got it all to do now. Ball goes long, and at the moment, Calvert-Lewin hasn't won a single header against Gabriel, although this time the ball goes out for a throw. Ball goes to the halfway line to Rodon. He gives it to Strauch. And Arsenal are not going to leave you time to pick passes out. They're going to force you back, and it goes all the way back to Darlow. And even Darlow, who's 5 yards outside his box, is under pressure. Calvert-Lewin tries to bring the ball down, but the ball runs to the feet of Rice. And his clearance is blocked by Stack, but it's a throw to Arsenal. Still deep in their own half, but can Leeds pin them in there? That's the question. Leeds haven't seen much of the ball in the Arsenal last third so far. Capia is going to take this throw. He's just pinched 10 yards by running down the line, and the referee lets him get away with it. And Gyökeres just flicks the ball into the chest of Rodon, and it goes out for a throw. But these little things are annoying. And Nkapia is doing it again. He's moved 5 yards to his left already, and he hasn't even taken the throw yet. There you are, four more steps to his left. So he's pinched another 8 yards there. Bogle gets his foot in with Nkapia, and the referee gets the throw to Leeds. Something wrong with Arteta. He's thrown a wobbler with the fourth official there. Ball goes high into the air. Calvert-Lewin can't win it. The ball goes out for a throw to Leeds, just a further 10 yards up the pitch on this near side. James Justin has the ball. He has to chip it down the line, but it's over the head of everybody. Havertz brings the ball in. It's cleared away by Rodon at the feet of Calvert-Lewin. He tries to get Stack him. Stack is working hard there, but he's surrounded by 2 or 3 people with no space to work from, and the loose ball is picked up by Arsenal, and they come again down the right-hand side. Long ball into the middle. Rodon wins it. Aronson down the left-hand side now in the inside left position. He's got 2 Arsenal players around him and no support from a Leeds player at the moment. He's going to have to go back to Gruev. Gruev moving across the pitch, gives it to Rodon. Rodon comes to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle tries to flick it inside, and that's a header that's won by Arsenal. Comes to James Justin, and he rolls it all the way back to Darlow. Darlow's got to be quick before Gyökeres gets in there, and he does, all the way out to the left-hand side. Aronson can't get near that before it's volleyed forward by Arsenal. Rodon's going to nod that long ball back to Darlow, who quickly underarms it to Strauch. Strauch plays it inside to Gruev. Gruev goes back to Darlow. And Arsenal putting the squeeze on, like they did in the 5-0 win at the Emirates. Leeds couldn't live with the high press. They're doing the same today. Leeds are coping with it a bit better, but they are still a goal down. Aronson deflects a pass. Hook down the line, overhead kick, but that's going to go out for a throw to Arsenal. Leeds haven't found the rhythm yet, but Arsenal haven't allowed them to find any rhythm. They've been in the faces as soon as the Leeds players have taken possession of the ball and allowed them no time at all. Havertz goes down, there's no foul there. And then referee gives it eventually. Ampadu fouling him. It's taken quickly to Rice, gives it to Saliba. Madueke again, down that far side there, plays it inside. It's Timber now with Strauch, gets across him, but it's blocked by Strauch and it's a corner. And this is where the danger lies. I'm not missing anything at the moment. The corner is taking an age to be taken by Madueke. Hand in the air now. And it comes, it's a deep one to the back post this time. Headed back in. Oh, jeez. How many times have we seen that from Arsenal? It goes deep right to the back post, and there's a couple of Arsenal players there to knock it back across. I think it was Gyökeres that time, and he headed it right across the box, only a couple of yards out, and no Arsenal player in there to finish it off. Went over the top of the head of James Justin. But Leeds allowed that to happen. And we've seen it so many times from Arsenal this year, and yet they didn't defend it well at all. I'm lucky to get away with that one. It's Gabriel now. Incapie. All the way back to Gabriel. Calvert-Lewin's in there. Catches the leg of Gabriel. Gabriel goes down holding his left ankle. The referee is having a word with Calvert-Lewin. I don't know if he's going to book him or not, but he's having a word with him. He's not going to book him. And Gabriel's holding his left ankle, still down on the floor. Oh yeah, that's not a great effort by Calvert-Lewin there. He was very late on that ball. Certainly felt that Gabriel is just getting back to his feet now. 10 minutes left. Can Leeds get themselves back into it before half time? Free kick to Arsenal. Very central. Long to Madueke. Madueke can't bring that ball in and it goes out for a throw. Goodmanson keeping tight to him. It's going to go down the line from this throw. Calvert-Lewin is flicked on by Stack, actually. Didn't get to Calvert-Lewin. It's lobbed back in again, though, headed down by Rodon. Gruev. Aronson working hard for it, but he's not seeing much of the ball today, Aronson. He's reduced to defending and hassling the Arsenal attackers rather than being able to... There's a yellow card coming out here for somebody. Oh, that's to... Gabby Goodmanson gets a yellow card there. He brings Timber down after Timber 10. And he didn't really need to because the Timber's 10 took the ball out anyway, so he didn't need to bring him down. Yellow card for Goodmanson there. Rice to take this. He's already moved it 3 yards forward. Takes it short. Saliba gives it back to Rice. Saliba inside again. Gives it inside to Timber. Timber's got Madueke outside him. Into the box on his left foot. He's going to get his cross in his head. Doesn't know. It's deflected behind by, I think that was Bogle for another corner. Madueke has been a real problem down that right-hand side for Leeds. They keep feeding it down there. There's not much come down the left for Trossard. Leeds don't want to concede again before half-time, or else the game would be beyond. Madueke, hand in the air, left-footed. In it comes again. That's right underneath the goalkeeper, and it's in the back of the net. And I think Kyle Darlow's dropped that. We said they didn't want us to let another one in before half-time, and those corners are a complete, utter nightmare for Leeds, and they haven't dealt with them well. And I don't know what's happened, but I thought it was a comfortable catch for Darlow, and he's dropped that at the feet of an attacker, I think. I'll see that now. In it comes now. No, I think he's just punched it into his own box. He has. He tried to... Calvert-Lewin was in front of him, and so was James Justin, and he tried to go over their heads to an in-swinger, and he's just punched it straight into his own net. It's an own goal. But all he had to do there, Darlow, was call and let Calvert-Lewin know that it was his ball, and Calvert-Lewin wouldn't have made that header. If he didn't call, Calvert-Lewin's going to make the header at the near post, and they get in the way of each other, and the ball goes in the back of the net. And that's poor goalkeeping, and that's one of the problems for Leeds, is that the goalkeeping hasn't been at the best. Not what we expected, Hull and East Yorkshire, is it? We've not competed at all in this first half. The golfing class has been enormous, but we've been our own worst enemy. We've conceded 2 goals from 2 set pieces, which we didn't want. And this could end up being a long afternoon. There's a push in the back there. Free kick given. Gruev gets it out to the right, but Leeds are being forced back all the time. It goes to Darlow again. He just hits it into the air. Calvert-Lewin's not winning those balls against Gabriel. Bogle comes inside, gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu plays the ball down the right-hand side. Calvert-Lewin lays it back to the halfway line to James Justin, and Rodon has the ball deep inside the Leeds half. It goes to Strauch, played into Gruev, but it just goes back to Strauch, and Leeds are not making any progress forward. Stack to Rodon. Rodon plays it down the right-hand side, but Trossard gets his foot in before it goes to Bogle, and it's a throw to Leeds just inside the Arsenal half. But again, It's taken quickly. It goes to Rodon, and then it's back with Darlow now. He goes out to the left-hand side, looking for Goodmanson, but it's well over his head, and it get back. The throw wasn't 10 yards inside the Leeds half, it was on the halfway line, and the referee's letting the Arsenal throwers pinch yards here. Rice gets it out to the right-hand side. Played inside to Madueke in his own half. Lays it back to Madueke. Confirmed as an own goal. Carl Darlow's punched it into his own net there. Declan Rice now. Ball down the line. Subimendi, is it? Gets it back to Rice. Don't know how he managed that, but he did. And he spread it out left in Capier. Trossard down the left-hand side. Now, don't come down here that often. And that's why, because Trossard's given it away to Stack. Stack plays it down the line for Aronson now. Aronson trying to get his balance before he got the ball under control. Bogle gets the ball back, plays a little ball to his left to Ampadu. Ampadu gives it into Gruev. Gruev goes across to Strauch. Strauch goes out to Goodmanson on the left-hand side. He goes back to Strauch though. Ampadu. Everybody behind the ball for Arsenal here, and Leeds are having to be patient to find a bit of space. Aronson on this right-hand side now. He must have swapped sides. He gives it to Bogle. Bogle gives it to Rodon. Back to Bogle. Ball inside to Stack. He turns. Back heels it to James Justin. His cross hits Declan Rice. Edge of the box to Ampadu. He's got Bogle outside him. He can put his cross in, can he? And it's a poor one. All the way to the back of the box, and Madueke hacks it away. There's a man down by the looks of it. I don't know who's that. It's a appeal for a penalty there, but that ball hit Declan Rice on his arse. It wasn't. He turned his back. Hit him on the backside. Don't know where the handball was coming from there. It was in a million years. More of a crowd appeal than the team appeal. It's Trossard who's gone down. First time that Leeds have actually got into the Arsenal box and caused them a bit of problems. And if the cross had been a bit more quality, then Leeds might have had a chance to get themselves back into the game before half time. As it is, it's still 2-0 with 2 minutes to go. I'm just looking at Darlow there. I've seen the replay of that one where he's punched it into the back of the net, and I'm looking at his face to see if he calls, and he doesn't say anything. He goes up with his fist to punch that ball away. It doesn't call and let Calvert-Lewin know that he's coming for that ball. He could have ducked underneath it, could Calvert-Lewin. It might have been an easy catch for him. Declan Rice, another appeal for handball, not given. Madueke brings Gruev down, and the foul is given. Poor goal to concede. Can you share an own goal? It was a poor goal to concede. The thing is that we know that Arsenal are going to cause problems for any team from set pieces, and yet we've failed to be able to deal with it. There's no plan for it. Madueke is away down the right-hand side now. Puts his cross in. It's coming up to Havertz. Havertz is tackled by Ampadu and out for a goal kick. Is it a goal kick? No, let's hope it's not a corner. Yeah, it is a corner. Just seeing the replay of that. Ampadu got in front of Havertz, I think it was. Madueke is going to go across that side. And it's going to be another dangerous left-footed in-swinger. Another worry here for Leeds. I'm going to keep putting it right under the nose of Carl Darlon after the way he dealt with that last one. In it comes now. It's right underneath him again. Headed away. That was James Justin. Comes out to Madueke again. Trossard, he puts his cross in. It's a low one to the edge of the box, laid back. Declan Rice gets it out to Madueke again. He plays the ball inside. Trossard gives it back to Declan Rice in a bit of space. He can pick out a cross at the back post. He can. Headed back in by bouncing around. It's hooked away by Calvert-Lewin. It was Gabriel who headed the ball back in, then hooked away by Calvert-Lewin. Raya retrieves the ball almost on the halfway line. Trossard tidies up and gives it back to Raya, still out of his box. We're into added time. I don't know how much added time because it hasn't told us, but we are into it. 2 minutes. Strauch wins the header. Gruev picks the ball, gives it to Goodmanson, but it's a poor ball. Leaves Goodmanson in a lot of trouble, and there's a foul on Strauch there, and he's still down holding his hip. It was a hard landing for Strauch there. There was no foul from Havertz there. "30 seconds of this first half. Ball's in the hands of Darlow. High into the air. Calvert-Lewin wins the nod on for a change, but Raya's out in front of Bogle. Madueke comes away with the ball down the line. Turned inside by Gyökeres, lays the ball back. Zubimendi tries to play a ball down inside right channel. Goes all the way through to Carl Darlow, and that's half time. And it's not been great for Leeds. The pressure was on Leeds right from the start. Arsenal have dominated that first half. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. And as usual, we knew it, that Arsenal were going to cause a lot of problems from set pieces. And so it seems 2 goals from set pieces. 2-0 down at half time. And I would have think there's going to have to be a big turnaround in the second half. Leeds have got to get out on the ball more. Calvert-Lewin's been completely isolated. He hasn't won more than a couple of headers in that first half there. And he's looked isolated and alone. Madueke's been a big problem down that right-hand side. Leeds have got a lot of soul searching to do at half time and maybe a few tweaks in tactics. Let's take a look at the half-time scores. Half-time at Brighton, and it's Brighton 0, Everton 0. And in the other 3 o'clock kickoff, Bournemouth are 1 ahead at Wolves, and that was Krupi who scored in the 33rd minute. That's the only other 2 games at half-time. Let's just take a look at the stats for that half, and I think it's going to tell us a lot about that. Arsenal 55% to Leeds is 45%. I thought it might have even been more than that, but it wasn't. Expected goals, well, Leeds are 0.02. 0.02, virtually nothing. Arsenal 0.26. 1 shot on goal for Leeds, 2 for Arsenal. I don't know whether you can... you can't include an own goal as a shot on target, can you? So touches inside the opposition box, Leeds 2, Arsenal 13. And David Raya so far has not had a save to make. Corners, and that's been the problem. 1 for Leeds and 7 for Arsenal. But we knew it was going to be a difficult one for Leeds. Can they get themselves back into it? Let me know what you think. I'm not so sure. I predicted a 1-0 win for Leeds. I thought that if they could get to half-time, beyond half-time, take it late into the second half, that they may be able to nick one at the end, but it's not gone that way. And all this Yorkshire said that after a bright start, Leeds faded disappointing. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal are not allowing Leeds to settle on the ball whatsoever. As soon as a Leeds player gets the ball, they're under enormous pressure. Madueke has been a problem down that left-hand side, and Aronson and Goodmanson have not been able to get control of him. Aronson's not seen much of the ball, not like he has in the last few games. He's been pretty good, but today he's been defending and not attacking, and that's the problem for Leeds. They haven't been attacking. Calvert-Lewin's not seen much of the ball. Bogle's not been able to get forward much, not like he usually does. And we've had one shot out of that first half, a riser over the bar from Ethan Ampadu, and that's all we've got to. That's all we've got to count on that first half. I'm just looking at that one again. Be nice if Ampadu could have put that one. It wasn't far off. Left-footed shot, probably not his best foot, but he hit it well enough. But yeah, pretty disappointing if it's known. Poor defending, really. Zubimendi got away for that first goal from Gruev, and then Carl Darlow punched one into the back of his own net. It's all of our own doing, really. Just looking at that first goal again. Just who's marking Zubimendi? Well, I was looking at Gruev, but before Madueke put that cross in, it was Calvert-Lewin who was stood next to Zubimendi. And just watch the ball now. He stood next to him now, goal side of him now in a great position, and then just drifts off behind him. He takes a couple of steps behind Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin stands still. And he's just got behind him. I was doing Gruev a disservice there. Calvert-Lewin to blame. I mean, he's a forward, but if it had stuck with Zubimendi, that ball would have not been headed in. And that's a difficult one to deal with, that corner that Darlow punched into his own net. But Cole, there's not an Arsenal player challenging for that ball at that near post. Tell Calvert-Lewin you're coming for it. Call and tell him, because Carl Darlow tries to punch the ball over the top of Calvert-Lewin, and that's why he punched it into the back of the net. If he'd have said to Calvert-Lewin, goalkeepers, Calvert-Lewin could have ducked down, and Carl Darlow probably would have made a simple catch at the near post. And as it was, he didn't call. Poor communication, and he's punched it into the back of his net under pressure from his own player. It was poor defending that first goal. Did you see how Zubimendi ran off Calvert-Lewin for that first goal? I mean, you can cut Calvert-Lewin some slack because he is an attacker, but you've got to be switched on and alert when you're defending in your own box. That's why you're back there to defend. And unfortunately, he didn't do his job. Long way back for Leeds. Let's hope it's not going up a 5-0 hammering again. If Leeds can get a goal early in the first half, I mean, it goes without saying that Leeds have got to get the next goal. If they go 3-0 down, the game's gone. But they want a goal early in the second half to put some pressure under Arsenal. As we saw last week against Manchester United, if you get back at them, they can panic, you can concede. And if Leeds can get a bit of possession up in the last third of Arsenal and put the back four under a bit of pressure, you just never know. Anyway, just bear with me a sec, guys, while I'll just get myself a quick drink. I'll be back in a minute. You've seen that, have you? And Darlow has to do better. Didn't you think that all he had to do was just call keepers at that near post, and then Calvert-Lewin could have ducked underneath it, and he made a simple catch, but he was battling with his own player for the ball, and that's why he punched it into the back of the net. It was lack of communication, not good goalkeeping for that second goal, and Darlow gets the blame all the way there. It's two of avoidable goals for Leeds. And that's a disappointing thing about it, because our defending has not been so bad just lately, but we've made two basic errors there, and our goalkeeping situation, I don't know what you think, Hull East Yorkshire, but our goalkeeping situation doesn't convince me, Perry or Darlow. And I was watching one of Jay's YouTube videos, and he was talking about, will Leeds have to go into the goalkeeping market again this summer, because our goalkeepers are still not what we want. Don't know what you think about that. That's my thoughts on it. Thanks to everyone who's watching so far. We do appreciate your support for the channel. If you're not a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button and the like button. It just helps the channel, as everyone says. I think Leeds have just got to step it up again in this second half and try and get the crowd involved. Just try and get them up a bit. Just try and encourage them a bit. Give them something to shout about, and maybe that'll lift the team. I don't know. I'm just maybe clutching at straws here. Just got time. We'll just have a quick look at the championship scores. If anyone's interested in championship scores, let's just take a look at them now. While the players are still at the half-time break. So there's a couple of earlier kickoffs. Leicester 0, Charlton 2. Leicester not doing so well anymore, are they? And Wrexham beat Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough 1-0. Stoke City were beaten 2-0 by Southampton at Stoke. Big game between Blackburn Rovers and Hull City, and at half-time that's 0-0. Ipswich Town 0, Preston North End 0, Middlesbrough 1, Norwich 0. Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. These are all half-time scores. Oxford 0, Birmingham 1, Portsmouth 2, West Brom 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Coventry 0, and Watford 0, Swansea 0. So not a lot of goals in the Championship. That's your latest scores. Still no sign of the teams yet, so we're not far off a resumption, but not yet. Expecting the teams out soon though. Looks like Okafor's getting a bit of a rub down on the touchline there, so I would imagine he's coming on. Got to be coming on for Aronson. I think Aronson has been pretty anonymous in that first half. He comes on for Aronson on that left-hand side, you would imagine. I mean, Aronson does a lot of defending as well, but he's not got involved in it too much today. You think Darlow is a decent keeper, but a bit too old now. Well, that goalkeeper's supposed to mature as they get a bit older. How old is Darlow? I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out. He has been a good keeper in his time, but the teams are just in the tunnel now. Ampadu's giving the last few words and a tunnel to his team. Longstaff is on as well. He's 35. Not too old, I don't suppose. So Longstaff and Okafor coming on. Let's see who's coming off. We're talking about getting more support for Calvert-Lewin, but Okafor is not that type of player, neither is Aronson. Longstaff, just seeing those come off. I wouldn't imagine there's any changes for Arsenal. I can't see who the Leeds substitutes are, though. I would imagine it's Aronson is one of them. Gruev and Justin's gone. Game's underway. Second half, Leeds kicking from right to left. High into the air. Aronson making the run beyond. Back inside, flicked out to the left. Goodmanson trying to go around Madueke, nutmegs him and goes down the line, gets a crossing, looking for Calvert-Lewin at the near post, and it's well defended by Gabriel. He gets just in front of him and gets a corner. Just what we said, didn't we, about getting the crowd up for this in the second half, first few minutes. Gruev and Justin off. Corner comes in now from Stack. Headed away at the near post, not the greatest of deliveries. Longstaff gets it back out to Stack, gives it back to Longstaff. He puts a cross in. It's a low one, that poor one. It's cleared away by Rice to the halfway line, where Jaden Bogle's going to pick the ball up, and he's going to give it to Darlow. Darlow goes high into the air. Calvert-Lewin's underneath it, but Saliba wins that, and then Declan Rice brings the ball down under pressure from Aronson. Goes back to Gabriel, and then Gabriel left-footed down the line over the head of Bogle. Trossard gets the ball that's laid back. Bogle picks the loose ball up, plays the ball down the line. There's nobody there. Comes to Saliba on this near side now. Timber makes a run inside and gets the ball. It's a nice little run that. Got a bit of space in front of him now, running through the Leeds midfield. Gives it to Rice, gets the ball back. Spits out to the left. Hincapié gives it to Trossard. Trossard to Hincapié again. Gabriel to Saliba, moving across to the right-hand side again now. Timber has the ball. Goes down the line. Madueke. Goodmanson's in there. Strong, he holds him off as well as he picks that ball up, gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu gives it to Longstaff. Out to Rodon, moving right. Longstaff. Stack gives it to Ampadu. Goodmanson wants the ball and gets it. Gives it back to Stack. Leeds playing the ball along the back four, but not making any movement forward. It goes to Goodmanson, and he gives it back to Ampadu. Gives it back to Strauch. Back inside to Stack, but it's going back towards his own goal. He plays a ball into Strauch, it pushes him wide. And Goodmanson just manages to keep the ball in. But Arsenal putting the pressure on and picking the loose ball up as Leeds are putting the pressure. Gabriel wins that ball. Okafor now. There's the ball out to the right to Bogle. On the edge of the right-hand side of the box, he puts his cross in. And it's deflected behind for another corner to Leeds. Leeds have got to go for it, haven't they? They've got nothing to lose now. There's no point in sitting back and drawing this half 0-0. You might as well go for it. But it's significant there that when Bogle tried to put his cross in, there's only one person in the box, was Calvert-Lewin. Nobody else was getting forward. Corner from the right to be taken by Stack. It's a way swinger, and it comes now. It's headed down, and it was a free header by Strauch, and he ended up heading a poor, weak header that David Raya dives to his right and makes a comfortable save. It's a straightforward header. And it ended up being a weak one as well. Darlow's get the ball back. He drives it high into the air. Rice is underneath it, heads it forward. Bogle's up. Climbed nicely there. Aronson gets the loose ball, then gives it away to Rice, but gets a lucky deflection that leads the throw. Strauch has got to do better there. That was a great chance for that header. Ampadu. Forced back. Rodon goes all the way back to Darlow. Darlow gives it to Strauch. Under pressure though from Madueke. Goes out to the left-hand side, but Goodmanson, it was fired at him. Goes to Darlow. Calvert-Lewin won that ball there. Flicked it on. He reckons that the defender got underneath him and fouled him, but the referee's given nothing, and play goes on. Gabriel gets it to the left. And Capier now plays a little ball down the line. Gyökeres is in now on the edge of the box. He's got a chance to chip it. And it's a great tackle by Rodon. Just as Gyökeres was going to... See that again. Just as Gyökeres was going to fire that ball in at the goal, he got his tackle in. Great tackle by Rodon there. Goal-saving tackle almost, that. All he will have had to do was just side-foot it past Darlow. Should have done much better. But it's a corner. And it's going to be another left-footed in-swinger by Madueke. More danger for Leeds. I'll see if Leeds have done anything at half-time to solve this problem. In it comes again. Oh, and it's won at the front post by Timber. See how close that was. He headed it over the bar, but it was maybe just a touch behind him. Just needed glancing, and he's got too much head on it and headed it over the bar. Just wanted a glance on it. Again, Timber's not the tallest of defenders, and he shouldn't have been winning that header in the Leeds box. Calvert-Lewin beaten to the ball by Saliba. It's laid out to Trossard. Deep inside his own half, he's having to go back towards his own box, and he goes long and right. Okafor trying to put Timber under pressure. Comes inside to Timber. It's a good ball. They've got away down the inside right channel now. Gets out to Madueke on the edge of the box on the right-hand side. He's into the box now. Comes in on his left foot. And Stack takes the ball away from him. Then tries to clear the ball down line. Madueke does his defending. And the ball goes out for a throw to Leeds. But it's deep inside the Leeds half. Goodmanson's going to take this one. Down the line it goes. Calvert-Lewin's battling for it, but he's not winning any of these throws or crosses or punts down the line. Strauch wins the ball there, but he's laid it into Timber. Timber drags the ball back and gets away from Stack. Couple of back heels there by Timber. And then is it a foul or a throw? Referee had it, the linesman had his flag up anyway, so it's something to Leeds, but I don't know what. Free kick by looks of things. Maybe it was an offside. Ball's up there with Okafor on the left-hand side now. He's got a chance to come inside, puts a cross in. It's hooked away and it's high in the air from Gabriel. Picked up by Rodon to Strauch. Little ball inside to Ampadu, given to Longstaff. Longstaff's got Bogle outside him. But that ball's closed down. Strauch lays it into Aronson, who's playing a bit more central now. Ampadu's got the ball. He can get it out to Bogle now, hugging that right-hand touchline, but he's forced back as soon as he gets the ball by Nkapie. He goes back to the halfway line to Strauch and then to Rodon, who's in the centre circle. Goes out to the left. It's Goodmanson. Guzman plays it back. Strauch gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu on the halfway line. Goes across to the right to Bogle. Arsenal, everybody behind the ball again in their defensive formation, and Leeds are finding it difficult to find any space in between them. Ampadu has the ball now, coming across to the left-hand side, bit of space to give it to Goodmanson. Goodmanson can come down the line, he puts his cross in early over the top of Calvert-Lewin. Bogle puts it back in, but it's got an easy catch for Raya high into the air. It's a comfortable catch on his goal line almost. Nobody challenging him. He lays it out to the right. Ball into the middle. Gyökeres can't win that ball against Rodon. Stack picks the loose ball up, gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu gives it to Okafor now. He's going to try and go past Timber, but Timber's too smart for that. Ampadu picks the clearance up though. Goodmanson battling with Kai Havertz. Strauch gets the ball, gives it to Rodon, goes out to the right to Bogle. Gives it to Rodon. Now Stack in the centre circle. Ampadu out to this near side to Goodmanson again. He's going to try and go past Madueke, but he lays it back to Longstaff. Longstaff plays it back into the middle to Strauch, then to Rodon. Ampadu wants it and gets it. Back to Goodmanson. Okafor just tried to come inside. Ampadu fouls Madueke, and the ball was rolling towards Ampadu, and if it had been a bit more alert and gone forward, he could have taken that ball away, but he waited for Madueke to come to him instead of going for the ball and fouled him. Zubimendi, they're in no hurry to take this. And lays it all the way back. Saliba inside to Rice, back to Saliba, just outside their own box. Longstaff trying to work hard, but it's eventually punted down the line. Headed back by Gyökeres to Madueke. Coming forward, spreads it out to the right-hand side. Gyökeres, who's come out that way. Moving centrally now. And then goes back to Zubimendi. Zubimendi gets it out to Madueke now. Plays a little ball into the box. It's Zubimendi. It's a good turn, but his pass to the back of the box where Trossard was a poor one. It's cleared away. Aronson comes away with it. Give it to Longstaff. Into Ampadu now. On the halfway line, coming across to the right-hand side. He gives it to Stack now, coming left. Goodmanson's outside him and gets the ball. His left-hand touchline. And is he fouled by Timber? Obstructed by Timber just outside the box, and he gets a yellow card, does Timber, and Leeds get a free kick in quite a dangerous position. Oh, he forearmed him across his throat. Across his chest. But it's still a forearm across his chest. And he's still arguing the toss, but it was a foul. You put your forearm across someone's chest like that and obstruct him. He's still following him and arguing about it. Book him. Oh, you're all right. You've already booked him. Send him off. Leeds crowd trying to get back into it. Trying to raise their side there. The captain's just been called across to tell Timber to calm down. So this is about 5 yards outside the left-hand edge of the box as Leeds are playing. I think it's Stack who's going to take this one. In it comes now. Headed away. Aronson. The ball's scrambled away though. And it goes out for a throw over on the far side on the halfway line. Martinelli and Odegaard are going to come on. So look at that. Take class off and bring class on. Crowd's really into this now. They're not giving up, trying to raise their team. Madueke is going off. You know, taking Madueke off, I can't understand it. Unless he's injured, it's been a real pain for Leeds. His crossing from corners has been superb. And the last thing that Leeds wanted was to see him stay on the pitch. They wanted him to go off, and he has done. Havertz is going off as well. Marching on together, thunders round Ellen Road. Havertz got 60 minutes in. That'll be good for his legs, for his fitness. Throw's taken, goes all the way back to Rodon. Rodon goes to Strouk just outside his own area, and he's going to go back to Darlow. Darlow goes high into the air. But again, Calvert-Lewin is beaten to it. Stack heads the ball forward. Okafor, now Stack. Goodmanson having to go back to Strouk. Strouk plays a little ball inside to Longstaff, coming down the left-hand side. He's got Okafor in support and gets the ball to Okafor. Okafor lays it back to Goodmanson. Goodmanson goes all the way back to Strouk. Strouk goes all the way back to Darlow. Gets it back from Darlow. Goodmanson, but again, forced back. Darlow gives it to Strouk from Rodon. Rodon gets the ball back from Ampadu out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Leeds getting plenty of the ball in front of the packed Arsenal defence. Going from one side to the other. Okafor gets it and then goes back. Martinelli forcing him back. Ampadu goes across to the right-hand side to Rodon. They'll give it to Bogle, and Bogle will be forced back. Inside to Aronson. Aronson slips as he picks the ball up, but retrieves it. Gives it back to Bogle. Bogle plays it inside to Longstaff. Gets it back to Aronson. Stops it on the line before it goes out. Bogle has the ball now. Going back though. Going back to Rodon. Back to Strouk. Ampadu. Ampadu plays the ball inside to Okafor. Timber stuck with him. Ball's chipped back to Ampadu. Ampadu plays it inside. And this little flick from Okafor. Bogle. Bogle still has the ball. Edge of the box. Aronson with him. It's hooked away by Rice high into the air. Ampadu brings the ball down. Aronson has it now. Gives it back to Ampadu. Left-footed cross. And it comes. It's a good one. Headed high into the air. Gabriel. Bogle. Stack couldn't get the ball before it was cleared. Rodon plays the ball back down the line, but it's out for a throw to Arsenal. Leeds are putting pressure on, but not getting any clear-cut chances. Arsenal defending very well. We all love Leeds from the crowd. Maybe this change of formation should have been in the first half. They shouldn't have gone to that other formation. Leeds are dominating the second half without really creating any chances, but they're in the game. Rodon hooks the ball back down the line. Straight out by Gabriel. Throw to Leeds. Is Bogle going to take it? Looks that way. Ampadu's going to take it. That's a long way out for a long throw. That I can't believe he's going to get that into the box. It's going to be an Ampadu long throw, but it looks a long way out, does that? And it comes though. Stroke tries to bring it down on the edge of the box, and it's hooked away. Darlow hits it high back in, looking for Calvert-Lewin, who wins the header this time. Aronson with him, picks the loose ball up. Aronson lays it back, cross in by Ampadu. It's a poor one though. Martinelli picks the ball up, is almost going out for a corner, is it? It has gone out for a corner, that. It did do. And that's a corner. Martinelli's ran the ball out under pressure from Goodmanson. Good work by Goodmanson. Stack to take it, right-footed in-swinger. See the substitutes for Leeds warming up near to that corner there as well. Tanaka, Bornau. And it comes. Headed away though. I think that was Declan Rice who won that header. And it's had to go all the way back from Longstaff to Bogle, who stays back on the halfway line at these corners. And eventually he's going to go all the way. Gyökeres gives him a shove in the back. Calvert-Lewin too close to the touchline for him to bring that in, and it bounces out for a throw to Arsenal. Halfway through the second half, and Leeds still not had a shot on target in this second half. A lot of pressure, but Arsenal dealt with it well. Referee trying to get Arsenal to hurry up with this throw. Ball comes out to the right hand side now. Timber coming forward, lays it out to the right. Martinelli picks the ball up just outside the box, puts a cross in that hits Goodmanson. Goodmanson tight in on Martinelli. Martinelli managed to fall over and handball the ball there. And the free kick's been given to Arsenal. No Madueke though to swing one in with his left foot this time, so it'll be Odegaard by the looks of things. Left-footed in swinger, another danger. Leeds have got to defend well from these set pieces. And it comes now, it's a low one. It's well defended there by Goodmanson there. Must have been a low one to the near post that they were hoping someone could hook it in. It's off the training field, is that one? But Goodmanson was aware of that. Timber's going to take the throw though. Odegaard now. Goes back down the line to Saliba. And he goes back to the halfway line. It's Gabriel. He goes out to the left. And Capierre now gives it to Trossard. Run down the line from Rice, doesn't get it. Ball chipped in, headed away by Strauch. Aronson can't get hold of the ball. Arsenal come away with it again. Zubimendi. Down the line for Martinelli. Goes round Strauch, who's committed himself. Got back to his feet though. Cross comes in. Oh, unbelievable. In the back of the net from Gyökeres. Good cross from Martinelli, but again, poor defending by Leeds. And that's the goal that's sealed it. Scored against us in the first game, scored against us in this game. But that's poor defending because Gyökeres got across. I don't know, was that Bogle or not? He just stood there and let him run past him. It's again poor defending that didn't need to happen. Strout sells himself there, but he gets back to his feet. The cross comes in, and what is Bogle doing? What is Bogle doing? Gyökeres runs right across him and he stands still and lets him run across. You've got to stay tight to him. You've got to get goal side, and he didn't get goal side. A poor defending by Bogle. When you're marking like that, you stay goal side, and when your man you're marking makes the run, you go with him. You don't let him run across. You get across the front of you. That's basic defending, and that's poor. And the game is over. And with 20 minutes to go, this could end up another 5. When Anotti comes on, what difference can he do? Aronson goes off. Aronson should have gone off at half time. He's done nothing in this game. He's been crowded out of the game. He doesn't have the skill. High in there, headed away by Gabriel. Bogle with Trossard. Ball's deflected off Buonanotte by Nkapie, and it's a throw to Arsenal. It's a disappointing result. It's not totally unexpected, I guess, but we thought that Leeds would have made more of a game of it than this. Got to say, though, in my own personal opinion, that's 3 goals that Leeds didn't need to concede, and it's poor defending. Trossard now on the edge of the box. Left footed shot is deflected, and Carlo makes the ball. Timber collided with him, but he get the ball away. Okafor coming down the left hand inside centrally now. Then there's 3 of them come round him, and the ball comes out to Stack, and he puts a cross in, which is an awful cross. And then Rice coming away down the left hand side. Now as Leeds try to flood back. Trossard now. Odegaard's spare on the edge of the box. No one's seen him yet. He tries to put his cross in. It hits Bogle. And then it's put out by Trossard. That's got to be a Leeds throw. But it's right next to the corner flag, deep inside the Leeds half. And that's not where Leeds want the ball. High in the air. One bounce into the Leeds box, into the arms of Darlow. He rolls it out to Strauch. Strauch gets it across to Rodon, but he's in his own box at the moment. He gives it back to Strauch on the edge of the box on the near side now, and he gives it back to Darlow. Rodon gives it back to Darlow. Darlow looking left for Goodmanson. He's beaten to it by Timber, though he's never going to win that. Strauch plays it forward. Okafor is beaten to it. Martinelli now going back towards his own goal. Played down the line. It's well done. Timber's in a lot of space. He could have gone further forward. His cross is caught on the 6-yard box by Darlow. He had a lot more space to go forward there. Didn't need to put that cross in so early. Calvert-Lewin battling with Gabriel there as the rain starts to pour down at Ellen Road. Looks like Calafiori is going to come on. Arsenal throw, though. Thrown to Rice, who volleys it high into the air. It's not gone very far. Headed forward by Goodmanson. Calvert-Lewin's been held all the time there. Buonanotte. Well, what did the referee see there? Buonanotte came away with the ball and the referee's penalised him for what? I do not know. Calafiori is going to come on. Looks like Gabriel Jesus is getting stripped off to come on as well. Odegaard has the ball now. Gets out to the left. It's picked up by Buonanotte, though. He can't get control of the ball, and it's a throw to Arsenal. And Capia is coming off, and I guess Calafiori is going to take his place. Looks like Gyökeres is going off as well, and Gabriel Jesus is going to take his place. This is helping Arsenal just to slow the game right down. I mean, they don't really need to. Now they're 3-0 ahead. Odegaard. All the way back to Raya, who's not had a great deal to do, really. Thought Leeds might have caused Arsenal a bit more of a problem at Ellen Road today, but they've been totally outplayed if the truth is known. Saliba just allowed to take his time. Odegaard sprays it out to the left-hand side. There's space here for Declan Rice, and he's sprinting forward now to the edge of the box. He's almost going in all the way. The ball comes back to him again there. And Gabriel Jesus on the left-hand side foots the ball across the front of the Leeds goal and wide of the far post. Tackling Leeds apart now. It's the poor defending by Bogle again, where he just swung his left foot at a ball that he should have cleared, and he barely made a touch on it. And it ended up with a chance, a great chance for Gabriel Jesus. Only just come on, missed the chance. Poor defending again. It's one of the things you've got to notice about Leeds today is that defending's been awful. If you're going to have a bad day defending, you don't want it against Arsenal. High in the air. Calvert-Lewin doesn't win again. Saliba beats him to it, and Calvert-Lewin's had nothing to work with today. Sooner than get Metcher back to be able to play alongside him or sign another, maybe Jurgen Strand Larsen. It's certainly not seeing the best out of Calvert-Lewin while he's on his own like that. Odegaard coming forward now, but Ampadu stops him and the ball comes to Okafor, but Calvert-Lewin's lost the ball again. And now Rice has it. Sprays out to Calafiori on the inside left. He's got Trossard outside him in the box. Bogle, Longstaff with him, trying to force him back. He lays it back to the edge of the box to Rice. Rice then gets it to Zubimendi. Coming forward is Saliba. Saliba gets it out to Timber. Timber's cross. It's headed in, and it's a great save. Gabriel Jesus heads it straight at Caldalo, but he headed it with a lot of pace. He should have scored, but it's good reactions by Darlow to push it over the bar. And again, that's poor defending because he got in between. He got in between the two central defenders of Gabriel Jesus. He got in front of Rodon, which he shouldn't be doing. It's poor defending, and it should have been 4. Odegaard's going to take this from the right hand side. The left-footed in-swinger again. Pouring down with rain now. Really pouring down. And it comes to the back post. It's headed away by Longstaff, but it goes out for another corner. They're all gathering at the back post again. Rice going across to take this. Right-footed in-swinger when he eventually takes it. And it comes now, near post one. Now it's headed over the bar by Calafiore. Again, another free header there. How are these Arsenal players getting these free headers in there? Our defending's got to be stronger. Stack goes off and Willie Nonto comes on. Eze is coming on for Arsenal. Can you believe it? Siling it down at Leeds. Absolutely pouring it down. Belting it down. It's torrential. Eze is squinting as he's looking into the rain there. Trossard coming off. Imagine taking Trossard off and bringing Eze on. Raining at Leeds, what a surprise. Yeah. I hope that's not coming this way. I've got to work tonight. 10 to go. Game's over with. We aren't going to put 3 back. Hull City win. Oh, well done, Hull City. Be a big win for them at Blackburn. Keep them right in the playoff positions. Doing well this season at Hull City. I didn't expect them to do this well. There was, at the start of the season, there was one of the favourites to be relegated, and now look at them. They could be playing us next season. Ball's with David Raya. He spreads out to the left. It's Calafiore. So Bimendi plays a ball off. Rice. Yeah, it came off Declan Rice that as it was cleared away. Rodon got across to defend it. A lot of those fans in the front rows of the stands there are getting absolutely soaked. You can see a lot of spare chairs as they've moved back to get out of the rain. High in the air. Flicked on. Willie Nonto working for it, but it goes all the way back to Raya. Saliba gives it to Raya. Raya drives it long. Rodon gets in there. Longstaff is brought down. And a Goodsmanson's pushed in the back by Martinelli. He's got previous for pushing as Martinelli. Joel Pirro stripping off. Don't know what he can do in 7.5 minutes. He should have been on earlier, getting up there to support Calvert-Lewin, but ball's chipped forward, looking for Calvert-Lewin, but it's a poor ball. It sails over his head and straight through to David Raya. Eze being forced back, but he manages to get away from Buonanotte, who comes for a second glance. He does a 360 Eze and then gets the ball out to the right-hand side. Saliba ships the ball forward for Timber, but it's cut out by Goodmanson. Comes to Okafor, flicked inside to Willie Nonto by Calvert-Lewin. Gets the ball back from Longstaff. Longstaff gets it back from Willie Nonto. Sprays out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle gets a cross in early. Headed away. Gabriel, but it's picked up again by Leeds. Rodon gets it to Ampadu. Inside to Buonanotte, but is passes picked off, and then Longstaff then does the same thing and picks the ball off, and Leeds can come forward again. Willie Nonto now gives it back to Bogle. Back inside to Nonto, back to Bogle. Buonanotte can't win that ball, but it's into Leeds again now. Shot by Longstaff. Willie Nonto working hard for it, and then it's hooked away. And out for a throw on the halfway line. Now the play's going to stop again while Calvert-Lewin goes off and Pirro goes on. Bogle has the ball, rolls it to Rudd, and I think Leeds have realised the game is up. Agency's gone out of the ball now. Okafor tries to head the ball on for Pirro, but it's glanced off his head and out for a throw. Rice spreads out to the left. Calafiori finding space down that left-hand side. He checks inside, plays the ball in to Odegaard. Gabriel Jesus turns inside the box, gets his shot away, and it's in the back of the net. That's a great finish by Gabriel Jesus. So we've been beaten 5 at the Emirates and 4 at Ellen Road. So it's a good finish there. I mean, Carl Darlow diving to his left, couldn't keep that ball out. It was whipped into the bottom corner as he turned. Been taught a lesson in football today, Leeds. I thought we turned a corner, but we see the gulf in class between Leeds and Arsenal. Ball comes inside. Odegaard plays the ball in. He's with Strauch. He manages to turn Strauch and holds Strauch off and gets a shot away. Strauch's with him. He fakes to go right, drags the ball left, and then goes back right again. That just sets Strauch off balance, and it manages to get his shot, right-footed shot into the bottom corner. It's a good finish. Coming back away now again. Jesus again gets it to Martinelli. Ball's inside. Comes to Martinelli again. He has a shot that's partly saved by Darlow. And Ampadu puts it away for a corner, but almost 5. And Arsenal just tearing Leeds apart now. And Darlow should have caught that. And he didn't. Another corner from Rice over on the far side. Oh, it's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. And it comes to the back post. There's a free header there as well. What is going on? What are Leeds doing? Where is the marking? Where is the organisation? Who's making the calls there and saying, look, you mark him, free man there. Why are they not doing this? How can men become free from corners in your own box? And it's not happened once or twice. It's happened regular from corners. The defending's been piss poor, if the truth is known. Buonanotte gives it to Willie Nonto. Willie Nonto goes back to Darlow, gives it to Ampadu, into Buonanotte. He turns Forced wide. Tries to give it to Goodmanson, but it's skipped off the turf a couple of yards in front of him and out for a throw. A grimace on the face of Daniel Farker. He knows this has been a poor performance. 4 added minutes as well. That's all we need. Leeds pick the ball up. Rodon in the centre circle. Gives it out to Bogle over on the far side. Can Leeds get themselves a consolation? Buonanotte goes through the middle. It's edge of the box. Can William Nonto get it? No, he can't. It's cleared away calmly by Arsenal, and they come away down the left-hand side with Rice. Rice gets it to Eze. Eze is going to go all the way back to Calafiori. And it ends up back with Raya. Odegaard spreads it left. Calafiori again. Comes across to the right to Saliba. They seem to find plenty of space that Leeds have not had today. Arsenal have found a lot of space. Into the last 4. Eze now. Gives it to Martinelli. They're just walking through Leeds now. Leeds are standing off them and letting them play in front of them. Martinelli. Eze comes forward. Out to the right to Timber. Odegaard. Rice. Odegaard. Calafiori was forward. Rice has it now. Laid into Gabriel Jesus. He gives it to Calafiori. Goes back to Rice. Blow the whistle, ref. They're just playing with us now. Ball spread out to the right-hand side. Caldallo makes a catch. Longstaff to Goodmanson. It's going back. Strauch gives it back to Darlow. Darlow high in the air. Okafor can't win that. Calvert-Lewin never won one all game, so Okafor's not going to win it. Timber down the right-hand side, lays the ball in for Gabriel Jesus, and he's away, is he? Can he get the ball? No. Strauch's in there, but at the expense of a corner. Minute and a half to go. Another corner from Odegaard to swing in left-footed. And it comes into the 6-yard box. It's flicked on by Arsenal player. Don't know who won that header. Zubimendi by the looks of it. Calafiori squaring up to Ampadu. Darlow high and long. Aimed at Okafor. He's not going to win any of them. Marching on together goes round the Ellen Road. The fans haven't given up. Probably if the truth was known, this was a free hit for Leeds, which is it's a bit disappointing that they haven't made more of an effort of it. made it quite easy for Arsenal at times with the defending, and that's disappointing. You thought that Leeds would have had a right go at this game, and they haven't. They've been totally outplayed by the best team in the Premier League, if the truth is known. And there we go. It's game over, thankfully. "4-0. I didn't expect that. I expected it to be a lot tighter. I expected Leeds to make a bigger fist of it than they did. They were totally outplayed in both halves, if the truth is known. I think they only had one shot in the first half and only one shot in the second half as well, and that tells you everything. Arsenal's defence was too good. We made too many mistakes in our defence, and I won't say that was the only difference between the two teams, but when you give Arsenal 3 goals because of our defending, the fourth goal, Gabriel Jesus, was just a good bit of play, a good bit of finishing, but the first 3 goals, it was poor defending on our side, and we suffered for it and got nothing out of it. But we've got to move on because there's a more important game next week against Forest. Daniel Farke's going to have to pick this team up and give them a bit of confidence and say we go again, because our fate is still in our hands. We probably wasn't expected to beat Arsenal today, and so it proved. Thanks for watching, all in East Yorkshire. I'm thankful that you've been here and supporting the channel. I hope to see you again, probably tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock kickoff. I haven't decided which one yet, but do appreciate your support. Well, that'll be it for today. Some of us have got to work at 5:30 today, so thanks for joining us. Do appreciate all your support. Before you go, if you're not a subscriber, just hit that subscribe button. Helps to support the channel. Join us again tomorrow, but enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon.